Do you like his music?
No.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
If you love the thrill of racing but hate the risks, then buckle up. Everything Simulated is here to merge adrenaline with absolute safety. In a world where technology meets adrenaline, Everything Simulated is revolutionizing driver training with state-of-the-art simulators. From truck training to the thrill of motorsports, our simulators offer the most realistic experiences across all automotive applications. Gone are the days of endless bookwork and basic drills. Now it's all about hands-on, pulse-pounding action that prepares you for the real deal. Whether you're maneuvering a heavy mining vehicle or racing a high-speed car, our simulators, equipped with cutting-edge technology from leaders like SimRigs and TrackRacer, bring every nuance of the drive to life. And talk about making a mark. We're not just building simulators, we're fostering talent. From grassroots motorsports to professional series like the Aussie Outlaw GT3, sponsored by us, Everything Simulated is fueling dreams and careers. Ready to feel the excitement of the racetrack under your fingertips? Connect with us, and let's build your next simulator adventure together. Remember, we support those who support us. Join the Everything Simulated family, and let's race towards the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tricky Triangle here at the Pocono Raceway. But tonight, it's not going to be the thunder of the stock cars, but it's going to be the sleek power of those GT4 machines that's going to be taking center stage. 3 long straights, 3 very different corners, and endless opportunities for drafting. This track is going to test both their precision as well as their patience. Now, these drivers are going to be able to balance outright speed with technical finesse, charging down that straight, then fighting to keep that momentum through those unique turns. Every braking zone is a chance, every draft is a weapon, every lap's gonna be a battle. Get ready for side-by-side racing, bold overtakes, and the strategy on full display. Here's the Tricky Triangle welcomes that special stage. I'm Big Al, your host, and I'll be joined in the booth by my fellow commentator who's also going to be driving tonight. That's James Watson. Got my big man Cobes down there behind the scenes, pushing all of the buttons. Is going to be bringing you all of the good sounds to make us feel right. James, my man, how you doing? How you feeling? What's going on with you?
Oh, I'm feeling good, and I am looking forward to this one because I have no idea what to expect. This one's going to be pretty wacky with GT cars on in oval, specifically Pocono. As it stands, there's a lot more driving needed than I think a lot of us would have anticipated. I think knowing that with GT cars and all the grip and this being such a big track that it'd be easy flat out, but it's actually not. So there's going to be a lot of driving needed to actually keep up with everyone and battle for the wins tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I've never known of any racetrack, okay, where a GT4 car, where you're just going to go show up to work, just put the hammer down and just call it good. You're definitely going to have to put some work in, and I'm telling you, this wind here as it's going across the noses as different types of cars are drafting off of different types of cars, and that signature is going to, it's math. It's going to get tricky, like the third grade all over again.
Absolutely, and just trying to figure out where you're going to need to put your car is the biggest question mark for all of us here, and that's what's going to make this race absolutely phenomenal tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely expecting to see an action-packed event here as we are just a little bit over 2 minutes remaining in warm-up. Then we're going to go ahead and kick it down into qualifying. Now, tonight's track, what we're doing here is we're going to be doing a Joker style, which means we're going to run that first heat. Everybody's going to line up. They're going to go out there. They're going to give it all they got, and they're going to just try, and they're going to bam. And then when they're done, we're going to go ahead and flip it around, and we're going to start over again. So that's what we got going on here tonight. Sounds exciting, right?
Absolutely.
Kobe, how long are those heats we're running down here tonight?
Yeah, I think they're going to be 20 minutes, just like all the other rounds this season so far. So yeah, these are also going to be, feels like at any rate, pretty long races.
What do you mean? You don't like the creature comforts in the GT4s?
I'm not a sports car guy.
So speaking of that, you've actually got quite a few laps around this track here in the stock cars as well, and as well as open wheel cars. So how much different is it driving a GT4, say, as opposed to the next gen or the current gen NASCARs? Because you're still close on the speed, right?
Yeah, honestly, it feels like I'm kind of driving a next gen with how heavy it is, kind of that mid corner understeer. So yeah, it's a lot similar than you'd think.
That's interesting. So it's good to think that some of that experience that if these guys will have, say, if they are stock car drivers, will actually kind of just roll right over, right?
Here's hoping, at any rate, at least for speaking for myself.
Yeah, just enjoying it, man. Sitting here watching a lot of different cars do a lot of different things. But we're wrapping up warm-ups right now just like that, and then we're going to go ahead and kick it off into qualifying. Driver's not, I mean, little hot, little hazy there over the horizon. Well, that's right. Red flag's out. Checkered flag in the state. Transition just like that. We're going to go into qualifying. Boom. Drivers are going to go out and they're going to put down their fastest 2 laps. That's what they're looking for. All right, looking at got a Mercedes on the screen right there. Correct me if I'm wrong. There, see, I knew it. Somebody just all I got to do is say something. Somebody's going to show up and say, "Nope, wrong. That's an Aston Martin." I knew it was an Aston Martin. You think I'm new? These guys, man. Yeah, that 22 of Zach Anspacher, he is actually putting it down right now, and we are watching him as he is the first guy that is actually going to put down a time for us. Got several drivers taking to the route tonight. It's going to be an exciting one. Ooh, just like that, got one car. Somebody done put that pony into the wall.
There's Colin McDonough in the Porsche. I'd be interested to see how the Porsche does.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a Porsche. That's what I'd be racing if I was down here. Yep, just gonna put that out there, just so y'all know. But back to the track, though, these lap times slowly starting to come in. We're watching the 22. Backer's going to be on top of the board with a 56.778. That is going to be the mark to beat. Now we're going to wait and see how our other contenders start to show up. Seeing the 57, 58, 57. Backer's time still. It's pointing at the time to beat. We'll be waiting patiently to see if anybody else is going to throw something up there. Still lots of cars out qualifying. This qualifying still just about 7 minutes left before we actually reel this thing in and go for real. Still watching that board. Victory Aldrich. He has a solid second. Also, Greg Jones. So that's a pair of Aston Martins and a Mustang. Oh, Gaiman with the fast time coming on the board. And
yeah, by over 3/10. Good Lord, what a lap.
He let that pony roll, didn't he?
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah, that is a pretty awesome time there. You watch a little celebration or a tire warm up there on your screen.
Yeah, we've got a few cars that have joined late here just in time for qualifying. David Gervais, Aaron Mitchell, Rene Garcia.
Yeah, she's starting to fill up. David Brisky now putting in that second fastest time overall with Joe Shigeti. and all Mustangs. Woo.
Yeah,
Very
Mustang
interesting.
might be the car to beat here.
I mean, as far as everything, we can only look at what we have there, but just through qualifying, it seems like those ponies are pretty fast. Now, we're going to be, this is a long run, so everything's going to get a chance to do what it does. But, right now, that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, curious to see how the draft is going to affect everything and how big of a pack we're going to be in for this race, if we'll be able to hang up into a pack.
Well, here's the thing. The first thing, the first and foremost, is that we're going to be worried about is what are you guys going to do when you get to turn one? Because I guarantee you, we're going to be waiting, and we know it's coming up, but for you guys that are going to be 4 and 5 wide there, it's like somebody's going to miss the memo, and that's going to set the tone for the race.
Yep, and there's no caution, so no cautions thrown at special stage on ovals, not in any of the dirt oval rounds for the off-road truck series, and in none of the races for the first Joker season with Indy cars at super speedways.
So
good luck, everybody.
It just keeps getting better. Just a little. Under 4 minutes left in qualifying. That qualifying action out there on the field is really starting to taper down. I think we got about 4 cars that are still currently running the 17 to 35 and the 88. That 88 of David Gervais, who's a late entrant, he was a late entrant. Okay. Into the contest. Entry. He was a late entry. Trying to make up new words. Watching to see what kind of time these guys can put down.
Yeah, I believe he's about to start his first lap now, and he's barely going to have enough time to get them in.
It just doesn't seem right. A guy named David Gervais riding around in a Lambo. It seemed like he'd be more in a pickup truck.
Well, that's good because he's in a McLaren.
A McLaren, yeah. That's fancy. Well, I'll tell you what, speaking of fancy, we're going to go ahead and take a break now. Go ahead and wrap up the remainder of our qualifying time, get a couple commercials in, and we'll get it lined up and be back with the starting grid here. We're going to hold on just for a little bit here, waiting to watch and see what David can do if he's going to advance up that leaderboard. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take a step away. We'll be right back.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
And we are back here at the Tricky Triangle, the track also known as Pocono. We got our grid set here tonight, getting ready to kick it off. I will start it off there. Joshua Gaiman is going to be on the pole there, putting it down Joshua's time. Okay, I don't have that. David Briscoe going to be in second. Third place, Travis Fleming. Fourth place is going to be Joe Chichetti. Fifth place, Zach Amspiker. Greg Johnson's going to be in sixth. Seventh place, Victory Aldrich. Eighth place, Tom Wendt. Ninth place is going to be Matt Slosher. And Aaron Mitchell rounds out the top 10.
And then in 11th, you have some has-been. Next to Colin McDonough in 12th. Rene Garcia and David Gervais on row 7. Row 8 features the 44 of Zach Miller and the 35 of Fidenzio Izagiri. And Nicholas Pressey rounding out the field.
All right, got ourselves a 17-car stout field here tonight. Going to see, hopefully that holds up. Now, these cars right here running, like we were talking about it a little bit in qualifying about just how well these cars are going to hold up when it comes to racing. And I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first time I've been here this far. James, you got any inclinations of how this thing's going to play out?
Chaos.
He said chaos.
Calamity. And a whole lot of wrecking, probably.
I'm expecting some level of calamity, especially going into turn 1. Turn 1 is going to be that drag race, and what you're gonna see with these GT4 cars, you're gonna see a lot of guys starting to try to fan out, and when they start to fan out, it's gonna pull that vacuum for the cars that are in front, and it's gonna just make it a stampede. Gonna be a little bit of a gap there. You're gonna see it. We're gonna feel it. We're gonna talk about it. As these guys are taking off on their caution lap, so almost like we'll see you back in about 3 months. One good thing about this is there are no cautions tonight, so there will be no pacing other than this one pace lap. And then the next pace lap once we transition into the second stage. Let us know who your favorites are tonight. Let us know. Is it by brand? Is that what we're doing? Or brand loyal? Or team loyal? I mean, I don't know. What about you, Kobe? Are you a brand loyalist, or you? I mean, how are you sorting it out here tonight? There's no Holdens. That's what he said. Okay. Well, nobody said he had good taste. That's why he's down there in the truck. If he had good taste, he'd be up here with us.
Exactly. I am unfortunately very brand loyal. Hence why I bought the Aston, because at the time it was the closest thing to a Ford there was.
I like it. So you're waiting to upgrade from the Aston to the Ford. That's a great place to be.
No, because I don't run sports cars enough to warrant another purchase.
All right, lights off on the pace car. He's going to be getting up and out of the way. And we're going to be rolling through that restart zone. And this, ladies and gentlemen, everybody's on their feet. This is what we're expecting to see, bringing them down 2 by 2. Barney's got the flag. It is flapping. And off we go. Got a Mustang falling back through the field. Fanning out. Contact.
Oh, no, this isn't looking good.
And here comes that pesky turn 1. Ooh, we got
one around. Oh, what a save. Joshua Gaiman. Oh, my Lord. Ay, Dios mío.
Tall order. That's what he's going to be in for now. Digging himself a huge trench. Solid start, but just like that, falling through the field. Speaking of falling through the field, let's get it. Off and away. First lap really complete without any major travesties. There's no catastrophe, nothing major to report. You know, the one thing we do have to report is that Aston Martin that's driven by Zach Anspacher is actually out front now, and he is starting to feel pretty good. I mean, yeah, he's done loosened up a notch on his belt. He looks like he's planning on being in the lead for a while, guys.
Yeah, we're trying to run him down, but he's got a pretty good gap.
Yeah, just watching everything start to play out. James, we see you're currently in 5th.
Somehow. Whoa, that's close for the race lead right there. Fleming and Anspacher side by side as we cross the line to take, I think, lap 3. I don't know, I kind of forgot at this point.
Yeah. Lap 3. That Mustang's going to be low coming across 1. Now he's going to go up the field. Aston Martin waiting on the perfect time for the crossover. Gets it down. Contact further back in the field, though. I believe that contact involved the 74 car.
And then look at that at the back. 3 wide almost as we're going down into the tunnel turn.
That is kind of like almost 3 wide there going into the tunnel turn for the guys in the back. But that's where the racing is really going to be taking place at. But up front, though, don't get it twisted. Travis Fleming, he is your race leader. Battled back from the Aston Martin. It took the lead back.
Spacker getting a good draft off the Mustang, almost back completely on the rear of that Fleming machine.
Ooh, got problems in the back of the pack. Yeah, it was like Greg Johnson in that 150 is not sure what his issues are, but definitely not running at peak performance. I'm watching the replay here. And there it is. There's the contact. And you'll see that 150 scattering with the line. And there he is now. He's just trying to get it back up to pace. Not as racy as I was expecting it to be. I was actually expecting the draft to actually be a little bit tighter. But you can see our leader now, Travis Fleming, almost with an 0.8 of a second lead over P2, which is going to play huge. And then further back, the draft is busted. Because if you look at 3rd place, which is Matt Schlosser, but right behind Matt, there's Joe and Victor. And that's where the race, these guys are going to be the 3 here that they're going to determine how long it takes them, if they're even able to catch the leader, but how well they play together.
Yeah, the Mustangs are definitely showing their speed here.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it was one car maybe that was better in the draft. Man, just awesome racing. There's just a couple of distinct battles going on down on the racetrack, but just overall, man, this is actually a pretty awesome race.
Yeah, definitely a lot less chaotic than I was anticipating. This feels like more of a traditional race at Pocono you'd see with cars that actually race here, like the stock cars, IndyCar, etc.
Travis still up front, showing away that lead. Now just over, almost up to a second and a half. So the lead was, last time we checked, was 0.8 of a second. Now it's all the way up to 1.6 of a second. And he's not showing any signs of slowing down. Not sure what Travis has got going, but I mean, doesn't appear to be draft centric, cutting the air on his own, and he's just running away with it.
Oh, 3 wide ahead of me.
Yeah. That was almost like a country song going down right there. On your screen, though, you're watching the four horsemen run together there. That's David Gervais. He's going to be in there. Also, I believe that's going to be Colin McDonough, Zach Miller, and Greg Johnson.
Whoa.
Ooh. Mustang runs up there and takes a little bit of a nick there. That was Greg Johnson, I believe.
Oh. A little bit of side drafter from the 2 cars behind that foursome.
Yeah, not really noticing any like major advantages. So like as far as tandems, like there's Mustangs aren't hooking up with Mustangs, Aston's not chasing. Everything seems to be pretty much level. Where drivers are just having to try to squeeze every little life out of these cars that they can to make passes. James, you said it was not going to be like just coming here and just putting the hammer down and just running around this track flat out, right?
Nope. Driver skill is absolutely needed. You're having to drive it exactly how you think you have to at Pocono, which isn't always the most fun.
Yeah, GT4 cars at Pocono. Who would have thought? But you know what? We love it, and it's working out great, especially for the 26 of Travis Fleming. Now the 11 of Joe Cichetti. He is actually now moved up into second place. As we're watching Zach Amsbacher, Zach is actually falling through the field, currently shown in 5th. But Tom Went, Joshua Gaiman, these are the names that you heard us talking about when we were talking about during practice, about the speed and who was actually out there and kind of like leading the way with this thing. And now we're out here for the practical application, and it's still reading the same. Now, we did have one driver that kind of fell back. We'll be waiting to see how long it takes him if he is able to recover. But we still got 16 cars running strong. Trying to find the exciting part on the racetrack for you. That's going to be the closest battle right there, the one that's on your screen. Joshua Gaiman.
Yeah, that's a fantastic recovery drive from Gaiman. You saw him having to make the save of all saves there on turn 1, lap 1, and now he's battling back for the last spot on the podium here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he had a solid qualifying run. And so we knew that pony was fast, right? So now he's out here and he's dug himself a hole. We talked about that. Now he's actually filling it in, and he's doing pretty dang good. Going to put him a ramp at the end of that hole, and looks like he's just going to launch out of there.
And you wonder if these two will be able to make their way up to Chichetti and make it a three-way battle for second.
Yeah, absolutely.
Meanwhile, Fleming is just absolutely checked out on everyone. Now that these two have caught him, though, I wonder if they'll be able to have an opportunity to run down the race leader. 3 cars are faster than one after all.
One thing I was saying earlier, we hadn't seen any major advantages for guys running the draft versus guys just out running, Oso Lomio. Still watching the leader. His lead is diminishing as Joe Chichetti is actually cutting that down now. So probably going to see some action here up front with 10 to go. I think it'll be just in time. I'm showing 10 laps to go with about 8 minutes.
Yee. That might be David Brisky who almost knocked down the wall off of turn 1. So you got Zach Amspacher and Matt Schlosser, the last holdouts of the Aston Martin Brigade. The rest of us are way off of the front pack. Save us, guys.
Okay.
You're our only hopes.
I have a feeling that your luck's going to change here pretty soon.
I don't share that sentiment. We see battle for second. Gaiman looking to the inside of Chichetti.
Chichetti having a solid run. A super stout qualifying run. Now trying to put it together. The one thing we were talking about is how is the race going to play out? Guys were fast during practice, but it's different to be fast during the race.
Absolutely, because you don't know if some of those laps are just, one-time draft laps, not like actual representative pace. Consistent pace, too, mind you. As now Brisky has jumped to the front of the 2 leading Astons.
Just watching this now as these guys are starting to try to put it together. If there's any opportunities for anybody to make a move, it's going to be go time. Running out of time right now. As this first race is for all the marbles. Travis Fleming still doing everything that he can, but it looks like he is running out of time because Joshua Gaiman now running him down, and it is not, it's a battle for the lead. Time now. Watching it on your screen. Travis can be doing everything he can to try to keep that 26 car nice and wide. But the 61 is a contender, and he's going to have to deal with them, and that is happening right now. That P51 Mustang paint job there on the inside. And then there he goes. We got a lead change. No room for a crossover. He's going to come back right to the inside again. Going to try to stick it down. He's going to make that happen. But look, here we go. Gaiman now with the crossover. And he is definitely going to make it stick. Coming into the tunnel. 3 Mustangs, 4 Mustangs duking it out. Trying to see who's going to be the big dog at the end of this thing. It's definitely been a Mustang kind of night. I mean, and I'm a Mustang kind of guy, so y'all might hear me just the excitement in my voice. But the excitement, though, is down on the racetrack right now as the 26 is trying to do everything that he can to keep that 61 in sight and to not slide back anymore, because you got Chichetti that's going to be right behind him, and Tom Went. I heard Went meant business. So it's anybody. Oh, contact.
Oh,
That is really going to cause Chichetti to fall back out of the contest.
yeah, I don't think Chichetti is happy about that.
Yeah, I don't think he's happy about that at all. I mean, good run. We had a battle for 4. Now there's 3. Still, this battle's anybody's battle because Joshua Gaiman, remember, Joshua took a hit early on, had to claw his way all the way back up. So I'm not thinking he's just going to be able to sit there. He's going to have some company. We got just under 3 minutes left in this stage before we actually get ready to invert this thing. But, man, it has been an exciting one, and I'm to tell you the headline of the night is reading forward, forward, forward. That's what we got unless it changes for this first heat. It's forward, forward, forward.
Yeah, but Big Al, you were talking earlier. Don't you mean that they're all fighting it out to see who's the big horse instead of dog?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. They're trying to see who's the big, because you know what? Unless you're the lead horse, the view, it don't change. You got to be the top pony. Whew, man, this has been a very exciting stage. Probably one of the most exciting stages I think that we've had, especially from the first stage perspective. And if the second stage is going to be anything like this one, man, please tune in, because it's going to be that much more and then some.
Absolutely.
Moves being made up front meant getting by Fleming. These two are going to battle just a little bit. Travis Fleming still actually able to keep Went from making the move. Went's going to poke one more time. Don't think he is here to be denied, but just like that, Travis Fleming has picked up some go juice himself, and he is all over the leader's bumper. Joshua Gaiman just wanting that flag to fly right about now. As these two going to be hugging down low. Still got Went up high. Chichetti not actually able to close the gap to get back with his dancing partners. Got taken out way too soon. But I tell you what, I guarantee you he's going to be back there. Stage 2 is Gaiman now making his move, coming across Travis Fleming. This is the time to make that pass. With 33 seconds left, this might be the last crossover coming.
It is. It's the white flag.
White flag's out. Joshua Gaiman. Still battling.
Oh, but here comes Fleming. He's got to run to the inside. Sends it on down. He's got him clear. Here comes the crossover. Whoa!
Contact.
A little bit of side draft at the line. It's going to be, oh my goodness, what a finish. I think it's Fleming. Wow.
Travis Fleming as your unofficial winner of stage 1. Joshua Gaiman is going to be coming across in second with Tom Went in third. Joe Crescetto. Gross Chichetti. Sorry about that, Joe. in fourth. Fifth place shows Zach Amspicker. Sixth place, Matt Slosher. Seventh place, David Brisky. Eighth place, Greg Johnson. Ninth place, Victor Aldrich. And Rene Garcia rounds out the top 10.
And then finishing in 11th, as some has been. 12th is Aaron Mitchell in the 17. Colin McDonough, David Gervais, and Fidenzio Izagiri rounding out the top 15 with Zach Miller and Nicholas Pressey, who I don't think turned a lap. And just to give everyone watching an idea on what us Aston folks are dealing with, the percentage remaining on my right front was 58%. I don't think this setup is good for this track. I think that might be part of the reasons why us Astons were struggling out there.
I don't understand you guys. 58%, that's a pretty good number. You finished with more than half the tread than you started with, right? Yes, I'm correct. Woohoo. Man, stage one, that was an awesome stage. It's in the books. We're going to take a quick step away, get a word from our sponsor, and we'll be right back here ready to flip this thing around and go back at it for stage two.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Guess who's back? Remember to like, subscribe, ring that bell. Man, let us know, because we're having a blast up here just talking about what transpired. Me and my little buddy James, and also got that little kickback Kobe down there hanging out in the booth. Now we got this thing inverted, getting ready to call out that lineup so we can mix it up and get ready to go all the way again. Nicholas Pressey, he is going to take first place with Zach Miller on the outside. Fidencio Yazuri is going to be in third with David Gervais. And for fifth place shows Connor McDonough, and he's got Aaron Mitchell on his outside. Seventh place, James Watson. Rene Garcia on his outside. Ninth and 10th is Victor Aldrich and Greg Johnson.
And starting 11th is the 019 of David Brisky next to the 400 of Matt Slosser. Row 7 features the 22 of Zach Amsbacher and the 11 of Joe Cicchetti. row 8 features Tom Wendt and Joshua Gaiman, and rounding out the field is your race winner from race number 1, Travis Fleming.
Let's get it back under the guidance of the pace car. This is the second time I told you that it was going to happen. They won't have to deal with this anymore, but here we go. Getting ready to get the Joker all about. Now, this is going to get exciting because you got some very fast cars in the back of this thing, and they're not going to be able to wait. The impatience, that's what we're looking for to see. These guys are going to try to get to the front probably in the first 2 laps. Some of them are going to try to get there in the first turn.
Yeah, knowing the speed those Mustangs showed, they probably will be leading by the end of lap 1 at this rate.
Woohoo, getting busy. Guys trying to put as much heat into those tires as possible, getting ready to make them come alive. James, so that first iteration, was it what you thought, man? I mean, was it right there with everything that you were hoping for?
Nope, absolutely not.
All right, well, guess what? You got a chance to make it all better. You get one more chance to do it over. Pace car's off and away. Barney's got the flag. He is waving it proudly when the green flag is out, and we are off. Being led by a Porsche and a couple McLarens, or shall I say a couple Porsches and a couple McLarens. These guys now, turn 1 right there.
Oh my God! Holy!
Middle to back to front. Still wrecking, still got contact.
Oh, there's so much chaos going on right now.
Everybody made it through, though. Everything's still pointing in the right direction, if you can believe that. Now, we did have a big shuffle in the positions, but no worse for wears. We're still racing, baby.
Holy, I have no idea how I survived that. Oh, we got a couple going around hard into the inside wall.
Yeah, that's
this game in.
That's going to be the 52. Not the guy you wanted to see go down there, Joshua Gaiman. He is going to take it hard right here, and you're watching it live. Well, replay. Just up.
Oh, was that netcode? I think that might have been netcode between him and Fleming. Or Fleming and right, is that Cicchetti that he's making contact with?
Well, yeah, you got a car that was glitching right there, I think is what caused the whole thing. You might have to go back a little bit further on to see it. And I think both of those 2 guys are going to be down pit road. That's the 150 of Greg Johnson, who I believe was the actual culprit that, he was not present. And then Joshua Gaiman, who was the victim. But back up front, though, looks like there's going to be a challenge for the lead. James Watson and Zach Amsperger going at it here. Got a couple Aston Martins duking it out.
I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, you know what? There's calamity all around you. So just be glad you are where you are. The best seats in the house. As these 2 take it side by side through turn 1. No contact, keeping it tight, looking good as they head down to the tunnel turn. But behind them is just chaos and pandemonium.
I think now we're finally starting to settle out, and the movers and shakers are starting to move and shake. But boy, howdy, was that first lap wild.
Yeah, absolutely. It's James enjoying his share of the lead right now. Don't look yet, James, but you got a couple pairs of Mustangs to be coming your way. With a Roddy one right there in the rear view. But you're good to go right now. Right now, you're good. Don't worry about it. But they're coming. Ooh, challenge for that lead. That's going to be Travis Fleming. Fleming getting around Watson. Watson's going to set up, going to stay local. Not going to go ahead and challenge for the crossover. That is going to leave that door open now. Zach Ampisker is going to be
Oh
trying to
my
come
God, what are we doing? Not like
wide,
this. Not like
going
this.
into one.
I don't consent.
Oh, Watson gets a little bit of company washed up high in front of him, Ampisker. But he is going to battle back, come down. Perfect position as they're heading through that third turn. Oh, look at the run. Zach Amspiker with a tremendous run there as he goes right by Watson on the inside. Watson now being kind of held up just a little by David Brisky. Brisky now with the run. He was down on the inside getting that dominant position in that Mustang that he's driving. But right here, Watson comes down, almost going to make it a 3-wide situation. Going into the tunnel turn, back down to 2. Watson on the inside, dominant row right now.
Oh my God.
Slides up just a little bit, incidental contact, everything's okay. They stay green. They stay clean, I mean. Of course we're going to stay green. Watson still having to defend his position as David Brisky gets by him high on the outside. Watson not out of the fire just yet, because behind him there is a battle that is starting to shape up. 4 cars all ready to try to get themselves up here in the podium position. And man, it is a free-for-all down there right now.
You're telling me.
Yeah, you can't be feeling too comfortable right there. You got a big old fast.
I don't think I've exhaled once or inhaled. I don't know at this point.
Yeah. Don't fight it. Just release and let it go. Man, pair of Mustangs getting it done here. Another Mustang running up. That's Shishetti. He is going to be pulling up side by side with Watson as well. Now, these two are going to be drag racing going into turn 1. Shishetti going to be trying to get as much oomph as he can, because he is going to want to bite down and try to stay as low as possible, not washing up. Got a car coming back off the pit, shouldn't be a factor. Watson getting that run around the outside, exactly where he wants to be. Lap traffic, Gervais is going to get right in front of Shishetti. But these two going to split the diamond. Going into the tunnel turn. 3 wide.
Oh, there's almost contact. Oh.
Don't worry, we got plenty of room.
I feel like I'm surrounded by racehorses just running past at full sprint, and I'm just sitting on one of those kiddie ride horses that you find outside of a grocery store.
Yeah,
I think I need a few more quarters.
No, you're doing great, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're very very well aware of your surroundings and your situation. You're driving your own race, right? And you got plenty of speed. So just keep doing what you're doing. Don't get rattled. Don't get out of your own headspace. Right now, stay where you're at. Okay, quick move. That's about how quick it goes. But yeah, just like that, James Watson.
Oh.
Yeah, talk about the hot seat. Sitting there watching this thing unfold right here. Watson still trying to figure out where he's going to end up.
My kingdom for some front grip.
All right. A ways off for grip, buddy. Ooh. Still getting it done. Rene Garcia holding right there on that chat line. 6th place. But he has got a quandary that is forming behind him. Watson's going to be the first one to try to make the move. Up front, battle for the lead, I believe. Nope, that wasn't. Sorry about that. That was Joe Cichetti battling Tom Went.
Oh, darn it.
Well, since you're not doing much, James, why don't you talk us through what's going on down there?
Calamity, chaos, fear. That's what's going on down here.
Wow, really?
And no front turn.
Okay, well, apparently James is working a little bit harder than I am up here tonight.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Travis Fleming actually made it by David Brisky there. So Fleming is going to be your new leader.
You see Brisky looking the replay of this move. Side by side going down into the tunnel turn.
And those
that was close.
Will be going at it for the foreseeable future. As a matter of fact, just like that, Brisky's back out front again. So they're far done from playing with each other.
Oh, yeah, wow. Tom Went missing the bottom by a couple acres right there.
If you don't like the sponsors on the side of your car, just do that a couple times. I'll fix it.
Those tires don't need the logos on them.
Yeah, especially.
I think these are Continental tires on these cars.
Right.
Or actually, they might be Michelin, since the series they race in is sponsored by Michelin. That probably makes more sense now that I think about it.
I was going to say, talk about taking the high road, but I never got it in.
It's fine, you can say it now.
Talk about taking the high road. The altitude is definitely going to be thicker there as we're slowly coming up. Then we've got about 8 minutes, just over 8 minutes remaining in this thing. And I'm going to tell you, it could not come fast enough for some guys. This second stage is a little bit closer than the first stage, but just every bit of as exciting. Still haven't had our mass casualty exercise yet. Don't think we're due one. The beautiful racing right there. I think that's a trio of Astons. With James, I believe he's in a trio of Astons.
Correct.
Actually, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Astons. So yeah, he's in a sea of Astons.
Yeah, this car seems to be the best of the rest. That doesn't have the Mustang badge on it. You can call us
for the lead.
GT. Oh yeah, no kidding.
I'm just sorry. That just got sporty right there with Travis Fleming going from first to thirst, like really quick. At one point, we had like all 3 Mustangs battling out there for position. And we're going to be right back to that point again. Tom Went really taking advantage and utilizing that high line around the racetrack. Not seeing a lot of cars actually running around that high line like he has been, and he is actually making it work for his advantage, getting him solid drive off. And we'll see right here. Brisky's going to go low. He's going to wash up high.
Oh! Wow,
Man,
that was
a little bit of he drove it in hard. You can't drive it. You can't look at the guy in front of you. You got to drive your own race. He was looking. Next thing you know, he's sitting in his lap. That's awesome. The 88 of Gervais, he's back down pit road again. His woes continue.
see another trio here: Victor Aldridge, Aaron Mitchell, and Colin McDonough battling for the last 2 spots in the top 10.
Whoop, whoop. Went back up high. Getting the drive off. Brisky taking advantage of his situation also as he's going to get by Travis Fleming.
Yeah, Fleming's starting to fall off a little bit as Went starts to run away a tiny bit here.
Yeah, Went definitely enjoying the lead that he has right now, because it definitely took him a while to get there. It was not easy. But now definitely enjoying a little bit of breathing room, even if it's just for a small amount of time.
As you see, these two continue to battle, Schlosser and Garcia.
Just over 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Went having company again is Brisky.
Oh! I think Went got the wall.
He's been up there so high. But here comes Fleming. They're going to fan out. Almost going to be a 3-wide situation. But they're going to be running hard into the turn. Went's going to get it done. Still up on the high side, waiting for the crossover. We've seen this happen a lot here. These guys got a lot of speed going into the turns. Just no one actually having enough to maintain.
Ooh.
A little bit of contact there on that outside wall by Travis Fleming. You'll be watching that 19 car right now. Brisky, he's going to be setting up high. Here he comes.
3 wide. Almost, at least.
Got a Wentz playbook. Now he's going to split the needle.
Ooh.
Excellent driving. Maybe that was a little bit too soon, you think?
Well, absolutely.
He's going to have to try something like that here one more again if he's going to want to make it stick. Just like that, Fleming's back. Now he is going to be showing the way. Man,
A little bit of a slide job right there.
Everybody's getting their money's worth watching these three guys duke it out for the lead here. David Brisky still out front right now. Travis Fleming trying to get high on that counter. As we're watching him, as Went is going to go even higher. He's trying to get back up in there to his love groove. As you can see, these other two Mustangs are kind of taking pages out of his playbook, getting a little crowded up there at altitude. This is going to do it. The white flag is going to be out. Nope, not yet.
Yep, it's out.
White flag's out.
Oh, man.
Tunnel turn. Travis is all in, just got Brisky lined up.
Oh, there's all contact. Fleming is going to try to send it around the outside.
This is his last chance.
And it's going to be Brisky. Brisky is going to take this one, just narrowly holding off Fleming. Travis tried, but he's just going to come up just short on sweeping the night. Oh, Aldrich and Mitchell. Oh! We go, another photo finish, and it's Aldrich holding on to P9.
David Brisky, winner with Travis Fleming coming in second. Tom Went, third place. Very solid running. Joe Chichetti going to be in fifth place shows. Zach Amspiker. Sixth place, Renee Garcia. Seventh place, Matt Schlosser. James Watson in eighth. Victor Aldrich, ninth. 10th place shows Aaron Mitchell.
And you have Colin McDonough bringing it home 11th with Zach Miller, Fidenzio Izagiri in 13th. David Gervais and Greg Johnson rounding out the top 15. And Joshua Gaiman out on lap 1, basically, unfortunately for both of those two.
Wow, what an exciting event as these drivers are starting to make their way back around. We're going to take a quick step away, get a word from our sponsors, and we'll be back. We'll have them racked and stacked, and we'll talk to whoever will answer.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
We're back. Like, subscribe, ring that bell. This is Big Al, and I'm joined up in the booth by, this is going to be an awesome one. Tom went, Big Al up in the booth. You got me.
I got you, sir.
Man, I'm going to tell you, I should call you Mr. Hotline. I mean, we're sitting here watching this thing up in the booth, and we're talking, and just, you know, you're up there rubbing the sponsors off the right side of the car, and just killing it, my man. How was it feeling, and how did you figure that out?
So I was just telling Josh, because me and Josh had an amazing run in the first heat race from back to front, because we got locked up in that first spinning incident, like turn one of lap one of the first heat race. And I figured out in practice, I was running and I ran the high line just to see how it was. And I was catching two cars drafting, and I'm like, I might want to hold on to this information. And so as it progressed in the second heat race, I learned high line in one, low line in two, and high line in three. And you can get monster runs. And it's just like, it's like you hit boost, and it was just, but you had to run it. You had to pull that Kyle Larson. You had to get it. You had to have your bumper nearly touching the wall. So it was exciting. I felt kind of bad because I ended up giving it away at the end. The guys figured out my trick and they started running, and I had nowhere to go once that was done because the low line was just, there was no way to get the runs on down the straights if you took the low line.
Because once they figured out what you were doing, buddy, I mean, look, your secret, your original recipe, it was all but gone.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm happy to finish third in both the heat and the main. It was a lot of fun. Like, I'm an oval guy at heart. I mean, I've always loved oval racing. And so this was kind of exciting for me. I love Pocono. And I just, I wanted to give it everything I got. And, man, it was absolutely, me and Josh, we moved our way all the way up to the field in the first heat race. And I was like, let's do it again. And then unfortunately, I saw Josh get taken out. And I'm like, well, where's my running partner? So I just tried to do it on my own, and then, I got to lead some laps, and so that was exciting too.
And just an awesome weekend for you guys here at Pocono. Hopefully everything worked out kind of like you planned. It seemed like you were a fish in water right there. It didn't look like anything was out of place, man. It was a joy to watch you guys down there actually performing, to be honest.
Thank you. I sure do appreciate it.
Well, I'll tell you what, look, I will say this again and again. You're entitled to a party, just don't party too hard, right? But who you shouting out here tonight for your
So definitely,
overall?
Yeah, definitely want to shout out Frito Sport. Those guys are my backbone. They support me all the way. They've got me into this game about 3 years ago, and they keep me going. And then I will shout out I'll do a little selfless plug here. I'll shout out TW3 Liveries. I dabble in paints for a lot of guys, and so really enjoy doing the paint schemes. I hate that I left half the paint on the wall there, but it's still fun to do. And I will shout out my wife and my 6 kids. I can't forget them.
You dang right. Dang Skippy, you can't forget your wife and your 6 kids. Holy cow. Maybe you guys get a little 3-on-3 basketball going on a little bit later.
Dude, we got a basketball team and a 6th man of the year, so we having fun.
There you go, brother. Congratulations again. As I always say, don't party too hard, Tom, and we'll see you back here next week.
Hopefully so. You guys have a good one. And thank you guys for the broadcast. It's amazing. And thanks to Matt for putting on a great show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Tom Went, your third place finisher. Back over to you, James.
Yes, sir. We're going to talk to our runner-up from race 1, Joshua Gaiman. Josh, James in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
All right. Well, that finish, that might be the closest finish in special stage history. Take us through it. Take us through that whole final lap, honestly.
Yeah, I wish I would have tried the top. That's for sure. But yeah, that lap 1, turn 1, just, I don't know, somebody kind of got close to me or whatever. The car just got really weird loose, and I lost a lot of position there. Wasn't sure if I was going to be able to catch the top 3, but I knew I'd catch most of the cars with just how fast the Ford was. Eventually was able to reel everybody in and started to have a really good battle there, and just was too low coming out of the last corner there, and he was able to get a really good run on me, and and pull it off there.
Yeah, that was one heck of a save you had. I know I was really scared watching it, but that was a heck of a job to hold on to that car. And unfortunately, I do gotta ask, take us through what ultimately took you out there early on in race 2.
Yeah, if I had a nickel for every time somebody with the last name Fleming had turned a car in front of me that caused me to leave the race, I'd have 2, and it's kind of weird. It's a strange coincidence. But it happens, but I feel like it was just too aggressive too early on their part. It happens. I'm not I'm not really bent out of shape about it, but it's just kind of funny.
Alrighty, well, you with the second place finish in the first race, you did get yourself a nice haul of points, and definitely making the championship a lot more interesting now with Molesky and Mahimis missing tonight.
Yeah, hopefully I can make up some more here and actually finish the second race for once.
Well, it was still a great run for you tonight. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you'd like to give?
Yeah, shout out Colin McDonough for bringing me into this. He told me about it a while back, and I was intrigued by the concept of GT4s on tracks they probably shouldn't be sometimes. But it's hilarious fun, and it's just, can't wait to keep doing more. Shout out to y'all guys for doing these broadcasts, and the admins for dealing with us.
Alrighty, well, we appreciate you, Josh, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Absolutely.
And I say I turned it over to Big Al for our race winner, but it doesn't appear Fleming or Brisky are in the waiting room right now, oddly enough.
All right, well, unfortunately, Gaiman has just arrived. So I guess that's going to do it. Wow, what a great race for tonight at Pocono. The Tricky Triangle did not disappoint. We came here, we saw, we knew what we were going to do. We ran it, we flipped it, we ran it again, and man, both times super exciting. James, what are your takeaways for tonight's adventure?
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting one for those that were running a different car than the Mustang. We had to make our own fun, which we did, but the Mustangs definitely put on one heck of a show that had all of us on our feet, and that finished to race 1. Like, I think it was maybe a little bit of the splitter that ultimately put Fleming ahead of Game in there at the checkered flag. So, what more could you ask for?
Not much. Totally exciting race. Great time had by all. Please show your support. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and on X. Look, next race is going to be at Motorland, Oregon. That's going to be October 3rd. That's going to be next Friday night. Make sure you tune in. Special thanks to our sponsors. Special shout out to my main man Combs down below, pushing everything, keeping it all lit up. Thank you for the league. Thank guys for having us here, man, and giving us something to talk about. Thanks to your families for allowing you the time to do what you do. That allows you to spend more time with us. And thank you guys for tuning in and starting to become a big family here. And hopefully we'll tune in next Friday night again. I'll bring the popcorn. Till then, we'll see you next time.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.